What's going on, guys? Very, very unique episode here of The Real Man Show. We all got back together, so we filmed out in Las Vegas, the four of us, and we're now in Texas, where we just wrapped up another episode of The Real Man Show, but Eli and Mike have not seen the footage from our trip out to Las Vegas. So that's his name is Daniel. We call him Dragon over on the end. Dragon runs our video production team. Dragon was in Vegas with us. Dragon and I thought it would be a lot of fun to capture their reaction. And for this episode of The Real Man Show, we're giving you guys a director's cut where we're going to show the footage and we're going to reflect and tell you guys what really happened in Las Vegas.
Let's go!
I don't know what's going on there. Oh, Eli missed that. Classic Mike.
So, special on-the-road episode of The Real Man Show. I said, Dragon, guy behind the camera, I want you and Mike to meet me at the airport at 4:30. So we were expecting Mike to roll up in the gorgeous Monaco Ford F-350 pickup truck, and instead, 4:30 in the morning, he stumbles out of an Uber. So this is a special on-the-road episode of The Real Man Show as we head to Las Vegas.
Should we pause it and talk about Mike's issue with the dog? That was kind of funny.
All right, so go for it.
So we arrived, I think Colin and I arrived at like 4:30 in the morning. We weren't sure what time Mike was going to get there. We were a little worried if Mike was going to even make the flight. Mike actually beat us to the airport.
Well, you had an event the night before.
Because he didn't go to bed, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I planned on going to sleep, but somebody kind of threw a wrench into that one. So I went to a party for a fundraiser for the VFW in New Haven, post 12150, and we had a great time. And I was the driver originally. One of the guys that ended up going with us in the van decided that he didn't want to drink. So about halfway through, the party turned on. Mike was ready to go. So I hit it pretty hard. I had a great time, and I hope that I made the time better for everybody else, but that probably wasn't really the case. Got back to my house. He dropped us off there, and one of my buddies was not able to drive, so I said, hey, buddy, you're not driving. Come stay with me. Well, little did I know he thought he was going to be the dog whisperer and tame my dog, which is not really possible, and takes him for a walk, comes back inside with just a leash. And this is like 2 a.m. So my plan was to go to sleep. So I tell my wife that, hey, Dean, great job, buddy. He let the dog go, and he doesn't come back normally until he's ready. So we spent the next hour and a half trying to find him, and then the Uber showed up that my wife was nice enough to get from me the day before for the plans, and the dog still hadn't been found. So I was very upset. I think we'll use that for now.
Yes.
Right? So once I showed up at the airport, luckily on the way, my wife called me. Mackenzie says, hey, we got the dog. I could hear him breathing in the back. And I'm like, all right, that's good. Now I have to try and get myself collected here that I haven't slept. And I get to see the two of you at 4:30 in the morning or whatever time.
It's a good wake-up call.
Yeah.
And we were just worried we weren't going to be allowed on the plane because he stunk like booze so bad.
It wasn't booze. I don't know what it was. Somebody must have spilled on me.
I think that is what happened. All right.
I was like, where's this episode going?
Good evening. So I'm here with my buddy Kyle and Eli, and we're in the Sin City of Las Vegas. Beautiful night, clear night, and I think we're here to talk about the fact that men could be in Vegas and have a great time without getting into a ton of trouble.
People assume that when you go out to Vegas, you have to take part in all of the sins that are in Sin City. But what we are here to do tonight is to show you that as we prepare for tomorrow's presentation, hopefully to take home a national award, that it's not all about Sin City. It's about camaraderie. It's about how the Real Man Show is all about being a man and embracing who you are as an individual without having to be disrespectful to women, disrespectful of your significant others, and you can still enjoy some of the finer pleasures in life. So what do? We cheers over cigars? Cheers?
Yeah, I guess so. Cheers. God bless the United States. God bless Las Vegas.
Can we get a ticker for every time he says
I
God bless?
can't talk about how much I hate watching myself. Like I barely watch. I don't have the style.
Can we talk about what happened before? Like the
Yeah, I think we got to set it up and provide a little context.
Now, how far do we want to go back? Do we want to talk about the characters that Mike and I sat next to on the airplane?
Oh, that's great. Let's put in those pictures. So we all ended up with middle row seats, and we tried to upgrade. It would have been like $100 to whatever. So we get on, and Daniel first gets a guy in a velour suit.
He's my fear flying Southwest is always getting the middle seat or the window seat. I'm a wide guy. I want the aisle so I can kind of lean out. So I sit down middle seat. I see the window seats open. I think Mike sat down. We're both looking at each other. We're like, oh, we're gonna be lucky. We're gonna have this extra seat, this extra space. So I think my guy gets on first. Now I'm about 6'2", 220. I'm in pretty good shape. This guy had 100 pounds on me
Easily.
So he sits down. He's got his poutine in his hand, and I think there's some Chinese food mixed in next to the poutine.
That's a nice combo.
And we haven't even taken off yet, and it is.
You know?
And I'm texting Mike and Kyle. I'm like, this guy is giving off so much heat, and I think I was wearing just like a t-shirt and maybe like shorts or something because it was kind of warmer when we went. My guy's a character, and then Mike. We want to talk about your guy.
I think he looked like a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Right? Is that the best
Big
way to
chains,
describe?
big gold chains,
Yeah.
sunglasses the whole time.
I wanted to have a conversation with him, but he wasn't really having it. I don't know if he spoke or not, other than saying water. That's all he would say.
So in the meantime, I get in the middle, and this nice young couple sits down on either side of me. The beautiful woman to my right, and she goes, you know, my husband and I are here together. Would you like the aisle seat? We'll sit together. She smells like lavender and fresh flowers. So I'm sitting there just in my glory laughing at these jabronis. So then we get we get there, we check in, we meet up with Eli, and then the games begin.
Now, what time? We got there. What is it? Noon? It was early.
Yeah.
It was real early. Yeah.
So Eli, how to get started?
I don't even remember. I really don't.
And I don't even really want to watch.
I'm gonna have to watch to remember what even happened.
Well, I don't even think we have
any
footage
point-
of that because they kicked you out with the camera. We went to the beach party.
Yeah.
Is there any point where like Eli starts talking a bunch and I shut up? No, like I'm literally gonna throw up. Why are you filming me the whole time? My hair looks like
Everybody does look. Devon edited it together.
I look like somebody like a stylist. Who unbuttoned my shirt? Oh my god, I hate you, Kyle. Eli, you're supposed
Beautiful
to,
daughters. That's right. Alright, well, I have a son, so luckily my kid is like far away from your daughters.
You gotta sit down, man.
Yeah, he's not allowed to, but he's gonna be great. He's already great.
I do love my son.
The best thing that ever happened to me in my life was my son coming in this world.
100%.
Right? What about you? That change in life?
It changes you. You've been in this a lot longer than us. It changes you as a man.
It does, man.
Well, you know what's really cool about it?
It does.
I noticed that.
Classic.
No,
Yeah, but you know what?
3 years old.
I love that.
And
At least
I feel like I'm living certain parts of my childhood just through
Look at the look
watching
on Mike's
them,
face. It looks like he's gonna
watching
punch me.
No,
them
I have
learn
beady
and
eyes
those
when I'm drinking.
experiences and watch them absorb life, and it brings you
I
back
go
to
through like
those
6
moments,
cigars.
and it recenters you.
It gets worse too, doesn't it?
No.
As a man,
It gets better.
That's something that a lot of guys don't talk about. And that's what I think is really
Good
cool
thing
about
you
the show.
built so
That
well.
we don't just have to go out and gun, blow stuff up, and drive tanks and fly helicopters. To really get back to the center of who we are as individuals.
So many guys think that being a man is all about drinking and gambling and fighting and all this stuff.
We
But
didn't
at the
gamble
end
all
of
the
the day,
No.
being a man is really about providing and taking care of your family. And I think that's something that's so lost in this current day culture, man. And it's
Chat
the
with two
most
people.
important thing that we should all be focused on.
Of course, the best part about Vegas is going home. God bless America. This is a beautiful place. There's something.
You know, I love our country.
I do too, bro.
Right?
But
I'm never
But-
gonna fault you for it.
I don't know
We
how
all
many
get
times
together,
I
we have a
to
good
say-
time here. We show our support for Vegas, but the best part about going home, just go home and hold your family. Hold your kid. Hold your kids. I only have one son. God bless you for having 2 kids. I hope I can have more. Take your family.
Basically, Mackenzie,
Really
we're
tight.
having another kid.
Support everything that this nation has given us, right? So, God bless America.
Dude, I have the cold sweats right now.
God bless America, baby.
I can't, like, at least I was walking straight.
So here's what happened.
To get the mic away from you. Just to get the mic away from you, imagine how, like, strong I was right there.
So we got there and we decided it would be fun to go film at the pool party. So we go over to the Tao Beach party and we get free admission. So we're real excited about that because we're staying in the hotel. And we go up and we order drinks and they were $40 a drink. And so then it all
We don't
went
have it.
downhill
You
from
have
there.
that kind of money, but, you know, we're still just trying to figure things out.
Wait, are you kidding me? I'm putting that on your tab to reimburse that this month.
That's cute. Is that on American Express?
So we went into a real
Cancel
dark
that
place real fast.
Yeah, and it was only 2 o'clock. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We get around a drink. I think we were all drinking what, Tito's and soda.
Yep.
Doubles.
Doubles. That's why it kicked in really hard.
Yeah, that's what started.
And I think we did 4 to 5 rounds. And so again, they wouldn't let me bring my camera in.
Thank God.
So at one point, Kyle goes, "Dragon, go to the room and go get the camera. We're gonna film some stuff outside of the pool party." I've been to the room once. We went quick. I'm about 4, maybe 5 drinks deep at this point. The Venetian is a massive compound. I end up finding the hotel room. I come back with the camera. I see Mike, Eli, and Kyle by the pool. Now, nobody's in the pool. There's no wake on the pool. It is motionless. Mike, there's another round of drinks somebody ordered. Mike jumps into the water. And I don't think it... Did we put that in the video? It's not in the video?
No, that's too bad.
So, I mean, the real problem... Let me talk here. I'll let you talk.
No. On this, like, please.
You do.
Really?
You do, yeah.
Can't we cut this out?
So, they had
This
just
is so
put
pretty.
in a huge dose... Hang on.
I don't want to go spend all the money for nothing. Can we call you? You can just come to the club? Oh, yeah. Raiders, brother. You guys are going to be awesome. I hope so.
I look cuddly, though.
Yeah, you do, dude.
Was that added?
Look at the peaceful little marine.
All right, so hang on. So, Mike jumps into the pool, and we might have a little clip of this later on, but...
No big side stroke.
later on, but the guy starts screaming at us
I
because
think
they
he was
had
nice,
just...
like, lightly yelling.
like you would remember, they had heavily shocked the pool, and like to the point where it'll burn your skin. And he's like, "Don't go in there, you can't." So he had to jump out. But you know, again, I want to point out a couple things. One, we actually rarely drink.
Yeah.
Well, Mike when he's at marine events, it's a whole different story. But we're in Vegas, and we are all about doing the right thing and being safe. So we were Ubering everywhere. So we want to make sure that we're very, very clear that there's no drinking and driving anywhere in our lives, and we encourage you all to make
I
sure
don't
that
think
you
anybody
always
really
have
drives in Vegas. You gotta take cabs everywhere. But
That's true.
Let's get back to Mike jumping in the pool.
Why did I just get? Did somebody go to the bathroom in the pool? I think somebody just went to the bathroom in the pool.
Yeah, I don't dislike the water. I enjoy the water very much. Maybe not when it's shocked so hard, but I didn't really notice it. But I do remember it, so that's a plus.
Look at that shirt there, Eli. What's that? What would our
Oh, that's a little WWFFD, dude. Little evil triumphs, dude. No big deal, dude. This part of the show is sponsored by Bonaventure, dude.
I like that.
Yeah, dude.
I love that shirt, by the way.
Can we get some cash for the production costs on this? I mean, if you're going to call yourself a sponsor.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe
He gave us a bottle picture.
You think it was
I
funny?
didn't really buy a version. Those perfect push-ups.
We're missing Kyle's butt, though.
It's a nice butt.
Yeah. Get some lead slinging.
Oh, yeah.
Shrub.
Don't tell me those guys now.
You guys want to make Oreo?
No, we're good.
You like to do it to him too?
It costs us like $60 to get my
Dude,
spaghetti.
it costs me $60. Those drinks cost us
Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Mike Monaco.
And I'm Kyle Reyes.
We're out here in front of Mandalay Bay, here to pay our respects to all the victims of the recent attack
one of the things that many people haven't been talking about, we've been talking about the horrible attacks and the struggles and the challenges and the pain that people feel here in America, but not a lot of people have stopped to pay tribute to the men and women who are the first responders, who came out here, who responded quickly, who saved lives, but also all of the men and women who were first responders across the country, who had to go and knock on people's doors and tell people that their family members weren't coming home. So we just wanted to honor all of you and just share our gratitude on behalf of many people here in America, because you are the unspoken of heroes that people aren't thanking. So we wanted to thank you as well.
Just cheers to our first responders.
That's right.
Yep.
Here.
Salute. So we walk in. This is actually shot from my cell phone because Dragon wasn't allowed in here.
Yeah.
We were presenting for this competition called the Best Idea Contest in front of about 1,200 people. So we have the chef.
Like, and you just took me down in that practice. Like, the intro is you taking me down in jiu-jitsu, which is complete bullshit.
If I'm going to hire these guys, I get to call the shots. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
All right, so we
Is this where the video turns dark?
it goes real.
Do we want
no,
to talk
I-
about Nobu, or is that off limits?
Is there a ton of footage right now, too?
Because I was gone.
No, I don't have any
no.
Nobu footage.
Yeah,
That's
but
fine.
is there, like, oh, man. So all the bad, painful stuff for me is
It's
over
done.
with?
It's done.
Well, we're gonna talk about
So
that.
we got through this together. I tell you what, man. I feel so good being next to my buddy Eli. He gets me through this kind
I
of
do, bro.
So,
Get that positive
I'm your
spirit.
wingman, dude.
Yes.
Swim buddy.
we presented in front of all these people, and I think the reality of it is that our show was just too
It was very different.
it was too advanced for people. So the way that this contest works is you get up there, most guys get up there in their fancy three-piece suit with their PowerPoint presentations. We dropped a Real Man Show video on them, and then we walked out in jeans, Real Man Show t-shirts with bourbon and stogies, and I think we were just a little much for people to handle.
Yeah, I think maybe looking back at it, we could have probably had like an intro, just us talking first to show how different we are.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, what just happened?
I think people, I mean, it was cool because the judges were all drinking with us after, telling us that we had first place down, and then I think we were just a little bit too...
You left a huge part out.
What was that?
The fact that 5 minutes before we were going on
Oh,
stage, they
geez.
said that only one of us could go up.
Yeah.
So basically, Kyle and I try and concentrate on what we're best at, right? So a lot of times me just talking about the brand and the business, that comes out, that's easy, and you with the stats. So I didn't do any research. I mean, other than just daily stuff, any research at all on statistics. Kyle did all of that. We kind of rehearsed it quick in the room when we woke up before we went to the gym. No problem. Hey, Kyle, if there's something I don't know, you answer it. And if there's something that they want to talk about the business, come shoot it at me. Now they say, hey, I don't know what's going on, but only one of you guys can go up. And I'm just like, yeah, we're going home. You know, let's turn around.
So we pointed out the fact that we just flown all the way out, brought a crew to do this, and they were like, well, there aren't enough mics for you. We were like, well, nice try, but you had us do a mic test 4 hours before, and we were both up there. So we work all that out, and then
They were really cool.
they were really cool. The dude right before us who presented played a ukulele. And I'm sitting there like, do you play ukulele? He's like, I'll play ukulele. So we dropped the Marine bomb. I pointed out the fact that we don't play any instruments, but he's a Marine, and I think we got a standing. Well, you got a standing.
Whoa,
ovation
whoa,
for
whoa!
that.
We're acting like there's even like we're acting like that's even on the same level. Like there's even a competition between some knucklehead that plays a ukulele and a United States Marine.
There's not. There's
I mean,
no
I know this is
competition.
2017 and up is down.
But
left
he
is
played
right.
it really well.
I don't give a damn
He played
how
Total
well
Eclipse
he
of the
played
Heart.
the ukulele.
That's what he
We're
played?
talking U.S.
Yeah, no.
Marine
Wow.
versus ukulele. Not even a competition.
Yeah, but that's not the whole point of the show, right? That's just a...
I love how
Another
heated you're
piece of-
getting.
I get fired up, man.
well,
Well,
and
we're shaking bait.
it's
now.
pretty funny because he got up there, and this is the Real Man Show, so we could have real conversations.
Yeah.
Because what are they going to do? Not invite? They're already not going to invite us back. We walked onto the stage with stogies and bourbon
And we left.
T-shirts, and then, and then we just
We didn't come back for the award.
yeah, we were out.
We apologize for that. We had another thing to film.
That was a great opportunity. We had to take that. But like the guy who got up there to play the ukulele right before us was he was the polar opposite of us. He was actually
No way.
everything that we make fun
I'm
of.
just getting pissed hearing
in
ukulele.
a person.
He was a nice guy.
Curly, super nice guy.
Yeah.
But curly mustache and everything, and so
sure
it
he
was
was.
an interesting
He was a real
experience.
sweetheart.
Let's keep watching.
the better side of me.
Nothing but riding and style. We are heading out of Vegas. You know, we were really excited for this award ceremony because we're gonna crush it. Better crush it. So our boy Eli over at Bottle Breacher, as you saw, brought us lots of gifts. We had to toss a coin to see who's going to have to go through airport security with a frag.
Hey, can I point out that I think you were in worse shape than I was at the
And then the
final.
50 cal.
I was
This was
a
a
bit.
final switch here.
40. Apparently, I don't know my America well enough, which is sort of embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as the strip search we're all going to get when we go through TSA later.
Dude, it's like you're a prophet.
Yeah.
Here we saw that coming.
Kyle, this video's for you. Taking a little while.
Bottle
to
breacher, baby.
the
TSA.
made beer bottle breacher.
I want to point out just how nervous you were at this point.
Yeah, so this is where we could have just some very just real talk about this. So, what I declared when we got there, I said, here's what I have in this case. I want to make sure that there are no problems. If this is a problem, we're just going to film this stuff for Eli anyway. I'll just have him send new stuff so I could surrender it if I have to. Sir, put it through the x-ray. I was like, I think I should show you this. Like, here's what's in it. Sir, put it through the... 3 times I tried. So I put it through the x-ray. I put my bag through. I put the Pelican case through. I go through, and I'm an idiot. I left a knife in my carry-on. Go ahead, insert jokes in the comments below. It happens to apparently 250 people a day at each airport. But
It
whatever.
wasn't intentional.
Wasn't intentional. So as we're talking and laughing about that, I just see all these TSA agents going by. And then I see state police going by, and I realize that something's...
They all wanted the bottle breacher.
They all wanted the bottle breacher.
It wasn't to
Yeah,
come
we're gonna have to
rescue.
take this.
They all wanted the freedom flag. That's
They wanted
what really happened.
And you should have seen the look on the
surprise me.
woman's face when she saw the x-ray of the freedom flag and the breacher. It was something like this. Maybe get all up. Like that. I mean, that was pretty close. It was
That was
sort of
close,
freak
yeah.
out. It's accurate.
Yeah.
Saw the x-ray. And so, long story short, I'm now in meltdown mode because I've got the State Police Bomb Squad Explosives team ends up coming out. So they're demanding that I give them my boarding pass. I'm melting down. Beads of sweat just pouring down my face.
Hold on. Can I interject here?
Oh, God.
This is the very guy that before this even happened constantly told me that TSA stopped you for your keychain.
They did?
Yes.
Right? And so this guy tries to take a freedom flag, carry it on board.
Told them, though.
You did tell
That's
him,
the
but I was
difference.
just like, oh my god! As soon as Mikey started texting me and showing me the videos of you getting detained, and we were just laughing back and forth. But
Well, it ties into the fact that he always likes to brag about his pre-check too. So
Yeah.
I'm with these 2 guys, and they travel a little bit more than me, and they're both TSA pre-check, and I wasn't. So I'm like, they're like, hey, see you, dude. Like, later, man. Like, have fun with the herd over there, So there was no TSA pre-check line when we were going through that. So they decide that all the way to the right, where everybody is TSA pre-check. So that's why I was sitting in the seat watching them, because I just went.
He soared right
Right
through.
through.
So I'm looking at him for support because I'm now in panic mode. And I'm thinking, I'm going to look at Mike. Mike's going to sort of, like, he's a Marine, man. Like, he's gonna ground me. And I look over, and he's filming the whole thing, waving at me. I don't know how he wasn't picked up for this.
I was super excited. Plus, he lost his boarding pass somehow. That was in his hand.
Yeah, it was.
So that
in
was,
my hand the
we
whole
all know what
time.
happens when you
man.
get your nerves going. He's freaking out, but he had just gone through the checkpoint with his boarding pass, so he had to have had
No glory in this story.
So
None.
luckily, his buddy and employee Dragon went for support over there, and I was thinking he was going to start rubbing his back. But he stood right with him, I'm like, they don't need me, but they're not going to want to forget this.
So,
swim buddied him.
Yes, I
They
did.
did.
I did.
lessons learned from Vegas. Take away from the experience. Dragon.
Don't do too much day drinking.
You have the greatest job in the world. It's like second greatest job. I have the greatest job in
If
the
you
world.
were a little
got
more,
the-
if you were a little more organized, he would really agree with you right now.
That's true. I think Dragon's a little salty right now because I didn't really plan out.
No, I'm
food
good.
for
Thanks
this
to
trip.
Voodoo Ranger.
They should sponsor this episode.
They should.
Yeah.
Take away from me. Go, if you want to go to Vegas, you can still be who you want to be. You don't have to compromise who you are. Hang out with some great dudes. Have some fun. Watch your buddy. buy an amazing, expensive sushi dinner for everybody, and then
Oh, we
walk
didn't even
away.
reflect on that.
I was gonna let him off the hook, but you know, I mean,
got beat up early.
we had a great time, and you know, I mean, you know, we were just who we were.
Reflections.
Yeah, I had a great time. I wouldn't do the pre-party party.
Yeah.
I think that's been a problem of mine for a long time. I get so excited
Just get excited.
that I get so excited about things. So the
Right.
pre-party party really leads you into some trouble. So going out there, I was already basically you guys were ahead of me. I was behind the herd. You know, I was
We saw how you started the trip with your hoodie over your head, man.
Yeah.
I can sleep anywhere. You've seen that already.
Yep,
So like,
yep.
not a problem. I can put my head down somewhere and rack out. So the pre-party party, I thank my friend Dean for losing my dog. Any one of my good friends knows what I can turn into, and I get happy most of the time. But sometimes I just need to be put to bed.
We call it the party goblin.
But
Yeah.
luckily,
Yeah.
Eli here has gotten to know me well enough too that I just kind of stick to him, and we have a great time. Kyle is
Absolutely.
like, "Hey, film more of this."
Yeah.
Daniel, film more of this. And then God Bless America, apparently, right?
Well, as much as,
I do,
as we
you
bust
know.
you for that, we agree.
I
mean,
understand that, but it's like
It
my
can't be said
go-to.
enough. It really can't be said.
All right, so my takeaway from this was very simple. And it's one of the things that I mentioned when we were on stage. There was a female judge who said, how do you feel about the idea that the Real Man Show turns off women? Now, number one, I would say that we do an effective job of turning on women. But more importantly, 58%, we watch all of the demographics and a breakdown of who watches this series. 58% of our audience on this is women. We all have wives and kids at home. And for us, being a real man isn't about going out and going to strip clubs and, having cheerleaders bouncing on trampolines like the original The Man Show.
'Cause we have gotten some requests for all
We've
this.
gotten a lot of requests. We get it, we respect it, we acknowledge it, but it's not our thing. For us, it's all about being respectful of women, being chivalrous, opening the doors, being true to yourself, to your family. So our test for this series is our wives and our kids. Would we be proud to put this in front of them? I would say yes to everything. And this is actually you're now the official third guy on the show.
Yeah, and it's an honor to be. And honestly, I wouldn't be the official third guy on this show if you guys, if I came out to your events and it was like that. Just because I'm not going to compromise who I am for anybody. 37 years old, and it's I've been there, done that, and I've learned it always leads to the same place.
Yep.
And so as long as I'm just stoked to be here, stoked to have a good time with you guys, and I'm glad I got to go to Vegas with you guys.
Cool, man. Well, thank you for these custom bottle breachers.
We'll be shipping them
BottleBreacher.com.
home.
We will be shipping
Yes.
these home. MonacoFord.com. Monaco Ford, obviously, being the number one sponsor of the show. Shameless plug there. Keep following. Check us out. Dragon is the most unbelievable cinematographer on the face of the planet. Runs our whole video production team. Big shout out to Devon behind the camera, too. Guys, thank you all for watching this.
Devon, you're back there, buddy.
Thank you all for sharing every single episode, because Facebook doesn't tend to like this stuff. So the more you share this and like it and comment on it, the more eyeballs it reaches, the more we can show the true essence of being a real man,
America.
which is America.
God bless America.
God bless America.
I'll let you guys say. I think that's
God bless
God
America.
bless America. Ting.